my thoughts so weekend. Thinking about you got me going off the deep end. Please call me or text me again, and just let me know if we're more than friends. Cause you had me at hello, you had me at hello.
I'm Peter Sullivan. I'm an exercise science pre-PT major, and I run Cardinal Vintage.
My name is Emmett Bowman. I'm the owner of Everybody, and I'm a business marketing major.
My name is Stephen Burkhart. I'm a marketing major in business as well, just like Emmett, and so I am an artist and performer. I go to the Stage Name University, but I also have my own apparel line as well.
My name is Josh Wall, exercise science pre-PT major, and I run Ace Vintage Agency.
Alright, so it initially was like totally an accident how all this like came to be. So me and Emmett were playing Mario Kart with a couple of friends, and I ended up selling some of my merch to Emmett. It was just kind of cool because I've always been on the end of making everything from scratch and selling it myself, and so he's always had his own website and sold everything through that and had it like made overseas and then shipped to people or vice versa and things like that. So we started talking about it, and I made him a sweatshirt. He thought it was cool, and then one other kid's like, "Hey, I want some Everybody merch and I want some Pre-Varsity stuff." So looked at each other, and then we decided to have a collab that night, just off the top of the head. So he sent me a vector file. I like printed it, cut it, pressed it, did all of it within like 45 minutes. Kid loved the sweatshirt. We were both like, "That's kind of cool." So we ended up doing a drop pretty soon afterwards, and our drop sold out in the first 2 hours on both of the products for sweatshirts that we made, and then we just kind of spiraled from there. And then Emmett called me at like 4 a.m. a couple of days after that, and he goes, "Dude, we got to go on tour." And then we're friends with Peter and Josh. They're involved with Vintage, and we just like streetwear, and they share the same kind of ideal for the passion. And then we just got together and decided we were gonna make something happen.
So like we all got together. We actually met at Carson Center. We just like wanted to figure out what we all have in common, and like we all have like different aspects of the fashion industry that we both run. Like we said, Steve-O, he makes the product. Peter and Josh, they go out and like find the product in stores and like they bring it back to the consumer. And I just go online and I ship it to different people. So we just wanted to find something we all had in common, and we're going out into like different places like Chicago, Indianapolis, places like that, and just selling the merchandise. So we're kind of like drifting place to place, and we're in the Midwest. So is there anything you want to add or anything?
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting there. We went through so many names. Like it was like a ridiculous amount of names. Like we're going through like Vintage, and after we're going through Vintage, we're like, "Nah, we can't do that because that's not enough." And then we're like streetwear, but like, and then we're talking about the culture, and we're trying to find a way to incorporate everything. And I was like, it's just like 4 artists in different realms and different fields, and I was like sitting there trying to think about it. Honestly, I kind of have ADHD, and so I was getting bored, and I was thinking about cars, and someone pulled up, and then I thought Drifter, and then like I was like, "That's cool," and then we're thinking about where we're gonna do it, and then we all just were like Midwest, and so then we ended up on Midwest Drifters, just going from place to place, trying to do our thing.
Probably long distance runners. Definitely track. Plenty of track.
I run a little bit. I run a little bit, but I don't know about
Back in your prime.
I think I could break like a record in like freestyling ability probably, but track, I'm not like that. Maybe back in the day.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Peter?
No,
You're
no,
not-
I can
Peter,
do it.
Josh.
Ain't no way.
Peter or Steve-O?
I don't know.
I think Peter.
You want to be president?
Nah.
No, I just couldn't do it. I'm not political.
I
I feel like you can talk a lot though.
I can talk a lot. I'd say.
That'd be me, bro.
Me?
I mean, losing things all the time.
Probably Peter.
I'm
That's
losing things
very
all the
terrible,
time.
bro. Yeah, win lottery and you take it, bro.
Yeah, I can see Peter doing that.
Okay, see what it is, bro. What music?
I cried when I watched The Notebook for the first time.
Notebook?
I'm not even gonna lie. It's one of my favorite movies.
You gotta watch Marley and Me, bro.
Oh, that's
That movie is sad.
dog movies. Dog movies
I
mess me
cried
up.
too.
Dog movies
You
mess me
cried
up.
about it?
Yeah,
Bro.
dude. If you didn't get a tear in dogs.
Oh, dogs?
Whoa.
Marley and Me?
Marley?
Is that that dog movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind.
Emmett's so genuine all the time. Like I definitely feel like he'd be the first one to get
What's
married,
your name?
first one to get cuffed.
I go with everything.
I think
I'm into with Josh on this.
I think Josh.
I really think it's Josh. Yeah, I'm like
Josh.
Josh.
Something and just
Like
not
even
say
in the
that.
group chat, he's like
Yeah,
one of those guys
he-
that kind of like lurks, and you see that he's there and he's
He just-
gone, but
I
he
do
doesn't
read
actually
stuff
say
and I'm like,
anything.
You can see his bit.
Then, yeah.
Like you say typing and you just don't you ever see him again.
Dude, this
Steve,
last
Yeah.
What's something stupid?
I don't feel like I really make dumb purchases necessarily, but like I do tend to make a lot of like purchases that aren't 100% necessary. Like I was like, I'm gonna start filming TikToks, and so when I started TikTok, I went out and dropped like close to $1,000 in lights and different stuff, which was just like it's kind of dumb, but it worked because I have a good following. now, I guess. It's like- I feel like I spend a lot, but it's purposeful spending. So the purpose of the tour, I mean, there's a lot of things that I'd like to do. First off, I'd like to go on the tour and just have a good time, like sell some things, make some new connections, work on establishing all of our bases for sales or fans or anything like that. But mostly it's kind of a cool thing for us to be like from UE, a small school in Evansville, which isn't like a huge place, and just like trying to do our own thing and be creative. So I just think we'd like to suggest to other people that they have the ability to do that and they can do it. And so just if you have an idea or something you want to do, lock in and chase it. I mean, nothing's stopping you. So right now we're looking at several locations. So first off, we're probably gonna hit Louisville. So our boy can probably tell us a little bit more about Louisville real quick.
So yeah, I have a couple of friends at U of L, and we're gonna be going on the campus and setting up and selling to those people.
And then me and Emmett have some connections on Butler, and I have a lot of connections at IU, and so we're gonna be hitting B-Town. Josh has a lot of friends at IU as well, so we're gonna be going there and trying to get some sales in. I'm gonna be doing some freestyling at all these locations, which is gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna be doing some video work on ourselves, so we're really just trying to incorporate like a full circle of that. And if everything's successful enough and we generate enough money, we're gonna go to Chicago for like a 3-day trip and like really get after it afterwards.
I'm a pre-PT major, so I'm going to PT school. So I see myself being a physical therapist, but I hope to continue to thrift and sell vintage clothes throughout that time because it's something that I actually really enjoy doing, and it's a nice way to spend my time. But I really want to be a physical therapist. So.
I see myself, and after I graduate, I'm a business marketing major, so I want to like go to Chicago, and hopefully promote someone else's products for them. Then on the side, work on my business as well, like own a local like shop in Chicago, sell merchandise, and be able to like make custom clothing for people. Then after Chicago, move to LA and just chill there for a little while. So yeah, just chill.
If I had it how I wanted, I would end up getting signed by a record label. Because that would. Right now, I'm really just like it's like a struggle trying to like do everything. Like I make my merchandise, I make my own beats, I make my own music, I record it, I edit it, like I upload all my audio. So I'm everything start to finish right now. If I had the ability to have a label backing me, I could put out my music on a wide scale, which I think would be awesome. And like the main reason I really got into music is like freestyling was an outlet for me, and so was rap music just in general. So I want to be able to create like music that people can relate to or like feel and understand that they're like really not alone. Because I mean I've had a lot of artists like Juice, like X, Pete as well that like I really connected with. I mean like when I'm down, like I'll put on Mac or stuff like that, and I really feel it. And I hope that I could just like do a fraction of what those artists have contributed to people and just mental health for society.
I think similar to Peter, I'm also PT major, so obviously going to PT school and getting my degree in that. And probably I do end up wanting to like start a PT clinic with a couple of my friends. I feel like that'd be super dope. I also really have a lot of fun just thrifting and buying vintage streetwear and stuff. I just want to be able to share that with others through selling. So.
You had me at hello, and I can't let you go. You had me at hell no.